Should my business be using SharePoint? This is a question that we get asked so often. And SharePoint is a fantastic product, but it doesn't work for every business. So let's explore how you can answer that question. So the first area is enhanced collaboration. It's a fantastic tool for if you're using things like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and you can suddenly share and edit in real time using the backbone of SharePoint. So if the file or folder is stored within SharePoint, then multiple users can access it, can edit it, and the really good thing is it's also got an audit trail so you can see who's changed what and when. So number two is it's great for document management. So generally you as a human like things to be in order so that you can find them. So you may have different folder structures. For example, you may have a client's folder, within that folder then the different clients, and then within that the different types of folder and document that you may have for those clients. Whereas the way that SharePoint works is it doesn't look at it in that way. It indexes all the different folders and files so that then you should just be able to use the search term to find everything that you need. Again, it really depends on how you want to use it. The third element is automation. So within itself, it's a relatively static product, albeit it does come with autosave and extra features that maybe if you're not using SharePoint you will get. But the real power of it is Power Automate, that is part of the Microsoft 365. With this, you can create different workflows, similar to rules within Outlook, where you can say, if this happens, then it creates that process and it moves on from there. So Power Automate is a really good tool that works within SharePoint. Fourth element is integration. This is hugely beneficial. Because Microsoft is one of the biggest players in the IT game, most software vendors build around Microsoft. So often, if you're looking at getting different bits of software for different processes within your business, they'll usually work and integrate with Microsoft 365. An example might be if you've got a marketing software and you want to be able to create appointments and for people to book appointments, then you can integrate that with the back end of Microsoft, which is called Exchange. If you were using a different type of email provider, they may not sync and integrate like Microsoft 365 does. So it's always worthwhile looking at what different apps you're currently using and will they bolt into SharePoint and other Microsoft 365 apps. The fifth element is data security and compliance. Microsoft, as we've said, it's a really big player. They have huge amounts of security and encryption layers built into the product. And the final element is, we would say, customization. Now, there is lots of flexibility within SharePoint, albeit you need to remember that if you're used to having your own server that's based internally within the business, you're no longer going to have that, but you will then have someone else's server that you're just using and have access to. This means that the amount of flexibility you get is hugely reduced. So just be careful when it comes to being able to use it in different ways. Generally with SharePoint, out of the box, it's built in a specific way and it kind of gives you that way of using it. If it doesn't particularly match, then possibly SharePoint isn't right for you. So if you do think that SharePoint might be right for you, then we've got the perfect page for you. We've built a blog with a video that goes through step by step how to set up SharePoint. So please click on the link. And if you get stuck, please give us a shout.